Hi everyone, welcome back to another video and another Viva Las VegaStamps design team project. Today we'll show you a postcard that I did back in January, late January, early February. I forget exactly when the Ustream show was, but Paula Genericista did a Ustream show making a bunch of postcards that were based on a project from this book called Kaleidoscope, and it's by Suzanne, and I'm not gonna try to pronounce it because I'll butcher it. And this is the project where it's based from. It's called Mail Art to the Self. It's on page 42 and 43, and basically what she did was like 10 or 11 different things, different steps. Each step is time between 5 and 10 minutes, and out of lightweight chipboard like cereal boxes and stuff like that. Now I didn't follow along like other people did during her Ustream, but I did write everything down, and I did it the next day, and the results of those are on another video and another blog post. But this was so much fun, it's so addicting. I did a couple more, and this is the end result of one of them. And what I did was I took again a lightweight chipboard, and this is like the Quaker Oats grits box, and I trimmed the box, used the front and back of the box, and also this one's going to be like ATC size because it's smaller than, obviously smaller than a postcard. Excuse me. And then I gessoed the fronts of it. You can do the backs too, but I just did the fronts because I didn't think I would have enough time in all the steps, because it's between 5 and 10 minutes, but depends how fast you are. So then I gessoed the pieces, and then I'll go through the steps. First step, I did some inking with ink pads, which was just stamped like you would with a stamp. And then the second one, I took a Sharpie and I just wrote, the prompt that Paula gave was, "Where do you want to go?" So I just went with that. The third step, I took two color paints. There were like 2 light colors, and I just painted them on wherever I wanted. And then the next step was taking some scrapbook paper. You can use those ugly scrapbook papers that you don't like. Tear them apart, tear them up, and with the Ink Essential glue stick, I just glued them on. Or you can use Aleene's, because I did not like the glue stick because it was coming after I cut the, well, I get to that in a minute. So you glue down some scrapbook paper, and then the next step, you take some color pencils and you just scribble whatever you want. Then the next step, 6, is you take some magazines and do the same thing what you did with scrapbook paper. You glue them down. And then 7, you take 2 more colors of paint, and I took 2 darker colors and painted that. And it starts looking like a hot mess, but the end result looks really cool. At that point, when you put the two other craft paints in there, and then you take some black. I took a black memento ink pad and some stamps, which are Viva Las Vegas stamps, of course, and I stamped onto the chipboard. And I don't know if you can see, but I used the water droplets background stamp, and I also used the train track straight stamp, and I also did that after I finished all the steps. So after I did some stamping, then I took some punchinella, which is the hearts punchinella and the bigger circles punchinella, and I didn't use sprays, but you can also use craft paint. I think that's what I did in the first set. I used craft paint, and without thinking I used sprays for this one. Then I skipped the next step, which was supposed to take some ephemera like dictionary paper or matte paper whatever and glue that on. And then the last step, I took some more stencils. I took a couple alphabet stencils and a numbers mask and with some sprays. I sprayed them on here. I used some Lindy's and some SEI tumble dyes. That's why you see the shimmering. And then, you know, with the SEI tumble dye, I added some drips. So that's it with the background. Now, after you do all that and everything dries, the heat gun or whatever, you cut the chipboard into either ATC size or 4x6 postcard size. And this is when I first did this, I used like I said, the Ink Essentials glue stick, and I didn't like that because some of the papers were coming up after I cut, so I had to re-glue. So I think this time I went with the Aleene's Tacky when I did these. Then I stamped the kitty with the headphones, and I colored him with Prismas, and he's a little light. I don't know if you can see. I tried doing him in a darker colors, and it just didn't look right. So I did him in lighter colors, and then the silver for the headphones, and of course pink for the tongue. And then I stamped Wish My Life had background music so I could figure out what the hell's going on. Again with white cardstock, same as him, and the black Memento ink pad. And him, I attached him with Miracle tape. And then when I cut the sentiment, it's getting blurry, sorry about that, I used glossy accents to glue that down. And then you see here I added the Jelly Roll Stardust pen, which is the clear ink just with the you know, the silver, the glitter. And then, and before I did all that, I made some pre-made some washi tape, and I used that over here, and I cut them into banner shapes. Hopefully you can see that. So there you go. It's very easy and very addicting, and I liked this technique for this project so much I bought the book. So there you go. All the links for the stamps I used and the Viva Las Vegas blog, Viva Las Vegas Stamps blog, and the Viva Las Vegas Stamp stores will be in the description below, and all the other information too. Thanks for watching.